All right, hey everybody, pour on in. Come on in. Let's have a chat. So, gonna do another crypto live news. Thank you for the follow on DLive. I appreciate that. Boy, that was fast. It was like the fastest follow ever. Thank you. But getting back to it, gonna do some more live crypto news and some chat. Always turns out to be a good time. Got a little bit of free time. This time I think I'm going to leave it up on the channel. It'll be viewable for people after it's over. As the last time I didn't leave it up. I usually delete the live streams and I leave them up on Twitch or DLive or something like that. But today we're going to leave it up. And let me just start off. Hey, from the UK, John Grieve, thank you for swinging by. I just want to start off by saying I just got done watching Annihilation, the movie Annihilation, and I don't even think the writers knew what they were writing when making that movie. I'm just going to throw that out there. I am more confused than when I started watching the movie. And at the same time, I'd also like to say that it's kind of similar to The Fountain, which is kind of one of my favorite movies. I guess not my favorite movie, but one of my favorite movies, The Fountain. If you guys haven't watched that movie, you should check it out. It has nothing to do with crypto, I know. But boy, that movie is a mind blower. And at the end of the movie, you'll go, I'm not quite sure what I just watched. But one of the first things that I kind of want to talk about today is the institutionalization of crypto. And I actually came across this article earlier, and I wanted to read it as a news video, but then I had some extra time today to make a live stream, so I figured I would do that instead. Hey, Christian, what's up? So I figured I'd make a live stream today and talk about some articles and stuff like that. So this is one of them, and I'd like to begin. And again, this is kind of quick because I know a lot of people aren't in the live stream just yet. But again, this will be viewable after the live stream. Also, YouTube sort of has a DVR feature where you can go backwards anyway. So if you miss something, you could just always pull it back, but then you won't be live. So crypto specialist Copper on why institutions haven't bought into crypto. So I read this earlier and it makes a lot of sense. It really sums up why we haven't seen a lot of institutionalization of crypto. Now, I'm not too big of a fan of institutionalization of crypto because I think it kind of defeats the entire purpose to begin with, having Wall Street come into something that was created by somebody to get away from Wall Street. So it's effectively kind of a double-edged sword. But I suppose if it makes people money, I don't think a lot of people care. Mr. Murder Gnome, thank you for the lemons, stacking up them 6 lemons. I appreciate that a lot. So there are a lot of reasons to feel full of confidence for the burgeoning cryptocurrency market midway through 2019, and prices have rebounded, but there's a surge of interest from new crypto hedge funds. Now, we have some institutionalization of crypto, but not a lot. We haven't seen anything too big. In fact, you can actually go to like Indeed.com or Monster.com or whatever to find jobs. And you can actually type in cryptocurrency, and you can see a lot of places need cryptocurrency day traders. They're looking for like professionals who have done it on Wall Street and such before. But these are all sort of small firms, and none of them are like Lehman Brothers or anything like that. Mr. Murder Gnome, thanks for the 6 ice cream Lieutenant Dan. But so there's a gap in the market which remains undeveloped and immature, the currently minimal institutional participation. And I do like that minimal because it definitely is minimal. So there are several reasons why it's so. First of all, there's a considerable legal and regulatory uncertainty surrounding the status and current treatment of cryptocurrencies. It's not yet clear if it will be treated as a security, a currency, commodity, or even a utility. So gray areas remain, and the ambiguities make it very difficult for institutional buyers to manage their investments and be certain they are compliant with what regulators expect. And that makes a lot of sense, because if you're going to put in billions of dollars and then get fined for doing something wrong, or all of your money taken away from you because of an illegal purchase or, institutional investment, that's not going to be good. So they can't. Some national regulators have said more than others about crypto, and some appear highly dubious about the new class. The UK's Financial Conduct Authority, for example, has proposed a ban on the sale of derivatives and exchange-traded notes linked to crypto to retail buyers, saying it's impossible to reliably value the derivatives contracts or ETNs linked to them. One diamond, man. Don't trust cryptocurrency. Haha. Just kidding. Thank you for the diamond, Murder Gnome. Really pumping them out, man. I appreciate you. Hey, Mr. Maestro, thanks for stopping by. So in the U.S., Facebook's proposed new digital asset Libra has run into opposition from the U.S. legislature, while in June 2019, the Securities and Exchange Commission announced a $100 million lawsuit against messaging app Kick Interactive for allegedly illegal initial coin offering in 2017. So none of it is likely to encourage institutional buyers to get involved. So if you guys are new to the live stream just now, I'm reading an article that I thought was really interesting that I read earlier today. And I was going to put it in a regular video, but then I had a bunch of time to make a live stream. And I always enjoy people's conversation that they bring to the live stream. So feel free to chat alongside and I will get to it. Can we globally ban margin trading? We should, man. Hi, MrSotko. Hey, Strom Shadows. So the disparate nature and practices of the now more than 500 cryptocurrency exchanges doesn't help adoption by institutions either. Onboarding procedures are far from uniform and can take weeks or months. So again, how can you make an institutionalization of crypto? How can you have these institutional clients putting in millions of dollars when the price of crypto goes way up and then way down, which is great for the average day trader. And it's great for me because I love trading it and we all love those price increases and such. But when you're dealing with $1 million, $1 billion, that's not fun. When Bitcoin goes from, $20,000 to $3,000, you put in $1 billion and it's not looking too good. So this means, for example, that KYC process, which institutional buyers must complete, takes far too long and each exchange has a different way of doing it. So not as if once completed, the buy-side firm can use the same documentation for different exchanges. Regulators are increasingly assertive about KYC protocols, so it's not something that can be sidestepped, and rightfully so. And the cryptocurrency market at the moment also lacks the liquidity to tempt the largest buyers, which is also a problem. Institutional players need to be able to enter the market and exit with ease to trade in large volumes. Even the largest exchanges aren't set up for that kind of demand. They were designed with retail buyers in mind. Exactly, because the slippage, if you go to sell $1 million in crypto, you're not going to get $1 billion if you just market sell it. You're going to have to sit there and limit sell it for quite a significant period of time. Maybe not $1 million, but far more than that. Because if you sell it, the slippage on an exchange, you're going to sell it to the first person for $10,000 for the first 10 people, and then it's going to be $9,090, $9,080, and so on and so on. And if you're, trying to sell exactly right here, the largest crypto margin call was 460 million on OKX futures in July, but 416 million was left unfulfilled. So they only got to sell $44 million there, as the rest of it was just unfilled. So again, you can't bring $500 million to these exchanges. Otherwise it'll just slip the price so badly. And that was just a margin. That was just, a margin call. So imagine actually trying to sell it. Never sell unless 100K Bitcoin. Well, I don't know. There's hodlers and there's day traders. I think I consider myself more of a day trader than a hodler. With hodling, you can make a lot of money and you can not make any mistakes, right? Because it's just sitting there. However, if Bitcoin goes like it did to 13,000 some and you sold it, now that it's 9,000 some, I think it's like 10,000 at the moment, but it went down to 9,400 and you rebought in, you have yourself a lot more Bitcoin than you just started with. So, it's up to you how you choose to do that, Titan Boss. But, there are a lot of people in the world that make a lot of money, selling and buying, selling and buying. Never sell, wait till the dollar is abolished. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. So well-known and well-documented impediment to greater institutional participation is a lack of reputable and comprehensive custodial solutions. U.S. institutional buyers are compelled by the terms of the 1940 Investment Advisors Act and the 2010 Dodd-Frank Act to use the services of a qualified custodian. So according to a report from crypto security firm CipherTrace, $356 million was stolen from accounts. And as self-custody is not an option for institutional accounts, there are only two options, and that's rely on the exchange to provide custody or look for a third-party provider. But exchanges don't fit the bill as they don't provide the separation of roles and controls to make the institutional client feel comfortable. And as noted, they are idiosyncratic and difficult to deal with, which leaves third-party custody providers whose solutions have been rapidly evolving recently. So I really like this article, and it goes on to really explain well. Hey, thanks, Coiner. How are you, man? It goes on to explain well, in my opinion, why why there's not a lot of institutional investment in crypto. And I was gonna read it for a live a video today, and I just didn't. I had a lot of time. And I got like an hour or two here where I can, have, a live stream. So I figured I would get on it. And I remember the last time I live streamed crypto news, which was just, I think last Saturday. It was pretty successful and people really liked it. Hey, MrSotko, hope all is well today. It is. It's not too bad of a day. So in this live stream, I'm just having a chat with y'all. So feel free to chat, feel free to bring things up. And in the meantime, I'm just cruising around looking for things to talk about. Hack and renowned enterprise cybersecurity consultants announced migration to VeChain. Everybody's migrating to that VeChain. Steve Bannon goes against Trump on Bitcoin. Saying cryptocurrencies have a big future. Well, I always like these super rich guys like Trump and Warren Buffett and stuff. And they're like, yeah, you don't need crypto, Well, yeah, you don't need crypto because you already got $1 billion. Vintage Bitcoin wallet picture. Oh, that's classic. I like that. It's just like send coins, address book, copy to clipboard, balance. Like when people actually sent 25 Bitcoin at a time. Thanks for testing all that software from Alice. Plus 25 crypto, 25 Bitcoin, right? Like nowadays, it's just like, yeah, here's $250,000. It's not a big deal or anything. Thanks for testing my software. Here's $250,000. Ouch. Justin Sun extradited by China. Did he get sent back to China? Because I remember he was in San Francisco and he was like, he couldn't do the Warren Buffett lunch because of kidney stones, which fair enough. And then he's like at like a creator meeting, like posing for pictures with people, which I guess you could do with kidney stones, but, what are you doing? Like, go have your lunch with Warren Buffett. And I'd like to thank my sponsor, Pepsi, today for the $20,000 check for Pepsi. And Pepsi's new slogan, don't forget, guys, is, where's my notepad? Oh, it's, Pepsi, it ain't no joke. And that's going to be in commercials by the end of this year. It's just, oh man. MIT's AI lab crunched. I always like cryptocurrency Reddit. That's always a good time. May the hodl be with you. No good news though. Yeah, this is where I got that article earlier from about institutional investment. That was pretty interesting. But, it's kind of weird right now. I don't see anything that's really hyping Bitcoin at the moment. I think Bitcoin goes in these waves and, it kind of goes in these hypey waves where like some kind of good news comes along and it pumps it, and I'm not sure what actually pumped it the last time to 13,000. A lot of people say, well, it was because of Trump's tweet, or it was because of Congress saying, oh, we can't ban Bitcoin, or this, that, or the other thing, or it was because of the Facebook thing where they're like, hey, we don't like Libra, but we like Bitcoin, and the price went up. I don't know if it was any of those really. I think it was kind of more like more of a whale purchases, if anything, because we could clearly see. Well, probably go back a month and see it for the most part. Maybe not. Nah, I might have to stretch it back a little bit more than that. Maybe do the 3 month. And you can see like the pumps that brought it all the way up. You can clearly see these big pumps. 8,000 to 8,700 in just the blink of an eye. And then this was actually fairly slow. There was a little pump right there, 8,000 to 9,200, 400, but you could clearly see this one, 9,800 or so to 10,600, and then even more here to 13,000. And that just makes sense because it just always dumps by that equivalent amount over time whenever you see that. If it's not organic growth, it always just dumps by that equivalent amount. Never mind, it was a satire article. Yeah, I didn't think so, man. I didn't hear that because Justin Sun was banned from leaving China, but he was already out of China. Like China didn't want him to leave because he was under investigation for fraud with the Tron ICO and whatnot. So like he was banned from leaving, but he was already in San Francisco when they announced that. Do you really do sponsor videos, MrSotko, or are you open to the idea? I'm open to the idea of sponsored content, like being paid to talk about a certain thing. However, I pass those up in my email all the time. Let me just tell you, I pass that up in my email all the time. Let me give you examples. And let me give you examples of things that I would promote, okay? Because here's the thing. Everybody needs money, all right? And quite frankly, YouTube view revenue is complete shit. It's complete scheisse for all you Deutsche viewers, okay? Complete scheisse. It won't get you anywhere unless you have 100,000 views every time, 30,000 view videos every single day. Otherwise, it's really not a lot of money. At the end of the month, you're like, wow, $300, awesome. I guess I'll deposit that into my bank account like a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm open to it, and I can understand why YouTubers do sponsored content. Now, all kinds of YouTubers do sponsored content. It's not just crypto YouTubers, right? You know, you might be watching a game. And you're like a gaming YouTuber, and they're like, hey, check out this VPN, you know what I mean? Because they need a few extra bucks. That's okay. But let me tell you some things that I would not promote. For example, I have one literally right here. I will prove it to you. Make sure there's nothing on this. Let me see if you guys can. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, because it's a screen. Okay, but here's just one. Ambassador, I'll read it to you. Ambassador campaign. Greetings. I have noticed you have been active on YouTube and you are doing a really good job in community building. So that just goes out to tons of YouTubers, right? It's not just me. I represent Prime XBT, Tier 1 crypto exchange with the best promotional offers for our partners and ambassadors. We would like to see you, as one of our partners. Reply to this email if you would like to see an offer. Now, I don't know what Prime XBT is. I know it's an exchange, but how safe is that exchange? I don't know, right? So if I promote that and you guys all put your crypto on there because I say that it's hot shit because I got paid a few $100 to promote it, and you all lose your crypto because of it, because I'm not putting my crypto on there, right? I already have my crypto on different exchanges or in hot or in cold wallets, etc., right? I don't need to. So it wouldn't be my risk. It would be your risk. And I don't do that, right? I don't want to do that. I would love to make a bunch of money. I'd love to respond to this and be like, yeah, I'll make some shit video talking about how awesome your exchange is that I've never used, but I don't know what it is. I mean, I could easily sign up on it and check it out, but I don't know if it's going to go under in 2 months. So I got 2 of those emails in a row, a bunch of them in my trash. Let me see another one. Here we go. It says, hi, MrSotko. My name is Kira, and I'm looking for a sponsored video for my client, bitdeer.com. We're interested in having you review our mining platform and are willing to compensate for your time. I believe my colleague Steve reached out to you months ago, whom I ignored. I would like to know more about your offerings, requirements, and see how we can work together. We also have other clients in the industry as well, so we would love to keep in touch and see if we can have a good business relationship. Now, the problem is that I don't do cloud mining. I don't believe in it. I never did Genesis mining or Hashflare, so why would I do BitDeer? I actually looked up bitdeer.com, and they have some reasonable rates, actually, about 10 cents per kilowatt, as opposed to old Genesis mining contracts that were 35 cents per terahash, or excuse me, 10 cents per terahash per day, whereas Genesis mining was 35 cents per terahash per day, so that's a lot better, admittedly. However, if the price of crypto, of Bitcoin, goes under a certain amount, right? So that means, like, let's say you sign up to Genesis Mining. You pay $1,000 for 10 terahash for like 2 years, or for an indefinite contract, let's just say. Now, 10 terahash at 35 cents per terahash per day is $3.50 a day. 10 terahash is less than an S9 miner. An S9 miner can do about 13 or 13 and a half terahash. You could probably overclock them a bit, yada, yada, but let's go with 13, right? And an S9 miner makes what? $3, $4 a day, maybe $2 a day, $2.50. So that means if you're not making $3.50 a day on your contract, you are losing money. They took your money and they keep your crypto too. They don't just give you your crypto and be like, hey, it's not worth what you made today, but here's your crypto. You lose everything. They don't give you your money back. They keep your crypto and your money, right? So I never promoted those because if you just read the fine print on these cloud mining schemes, they're a joke. They'll get you, okay? Don't do it. So no, I'm not going to promote that even for money. I'm not going to put people in that situation. Any other YouTuber, you go for it. You go for it. You do what you got to do. But me, not going to happen. But things that I would promote, let me just be honest and say things that I would potentially promote would be coins. Tokens, right? A new coin, a new token. They're like, hey, we'll give you, I don't know. They'll give you some coins, make a video, and review it, right? That's acceptable to me because the likeliness of an exit scam with a coin or a token is very low. It has happened in the crypto industry. There have been developers that have jumped ship on coins. The likeliness of that is extremely low, though. If you buy a coin, you have the coin at the very least. If it goes down in price, you still have the coin. It's not an exit scam. It just went down in value. It's not cloud mining where you're not getting paid. It just went down in value. So a coin is a coin and it's not going anywhere. So that's what I would agree to promote if it was a good coin. Now, things that I wouldn't promote, again, in terms of coins, like, for example, Chico Crypto, it gets paid like $3,200 for a coin promotion video. His last couple coin promotion videos, one was Pascal Coin. And Pascal Coin came out in 2017, and nobody mined it then, and nobody mines it now, and nobody trades it now, and nobody ever will, right? But Pascal Coin suddenly in 2019 was like, hey, would you like $3,200 worth of Pascal Coin to make a video on it? And he's like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that, right? But that means that anybody that buys Pascal, let me show you Pascal Coin. This is what Chico Crypto promoted for like $3,800 or $3,200. This coin right here. Why? Nobody knows. Okay, this is before he, maybe it was a few months ago. I don't know. I think this is when he promoted it right here, actually. It might have been right about here. I'm not entirely sure about that. It's August, so yeah, it was probably right about here. See, look, he pumped it. It pumped it because of his video. You could look at the date on the video. Somebody check the video if you want. And it pumped the price, and it will never go back up again. There's no reason for Pascal Coin to go back up. He also promoted this coin here, Nix. And this coin is a part of an exit scam from a previous coin, and he promoted this coin as well. And you can see, oh, Chico Crypto. This is Chico Crypto right here, almost certainly. And or somewhere, maybe it was here, and then it just dumps, right? So that's the problem. If you promote a coin that's like 2 years old, Pascal Coin was out. Just look at Pascal Coin. Look at the coin market cap. Look how long it's been out. Let's hit the all-time. It came out in 2016. In 2016, this coin was mineable. Nobody's ever talked about it. Nobody mines it. And it pumped, of course, right after 2018 for whatever reason. And it's dead. It's dead ever since. It's going nowhere, right? But he pumped it a few cents. And anybody that watched his video says, oh, look, Chico Crypto made a video on this coin. It's going to pump. And you buy in, you're screwed. You have to sell for a loss now. There's no way in hell this coin is going back up in price unless another YouTuber promotes it. So what I'm saying is, you have to watch what you promote. You got to watch what you promote in this world because, I feel like I promote good things. I promoted Energy Coin. I made a video on Energy Coin. Let's see. And I made it around the $3.10 mark right here. And ever since, it's $6.41 now. And ever since, it has not fallen down below that mark. Energy Coin is a great buy. It was a great buy at 310. It was a great buy long before that, of course. But I got a hold. I got a hold of the coin at $3 and about 10 cents. So I made quite a bit. Pascal Coin, I mined some because he used a random hash CPU algorithm. Well, I mean, go for it. I mean, if you want to mine it, go for it. But the problem is like actually promoting Pascal Coin when it's been out for like 3 years now is why? Like, it was only because he got paid. He doesn't believe in the coin. And I don't mean to bash Chico Crypto because I know a lot of people like him. I'm not trying to bash the guy. I'm just saying you got to watch what you promote because this is money. We're talking money, right? We're not talking like that I'm going to promote like a VPN or something that you can choose to go out and buy. I'm promoting something that, like, see, the reason why crypto YouTubers are paid to promote things is because the developers know that it's going to create awareness and pump the price, right? So if you're a YouTuber and you're paid to promote something and you don't pump the price at all, or you don't create any awareness, you are useless, right? So the point of you was to pump the price of a coin, right? And if you pump the price of a shit coin, everybody's going to buy in and everybody's going to lose a lot of money. When all the original holders who are like, oh, look, this big YouTuber made a video, I'm going to sell it now when it pumps. And everybody else is going to, lose money. 1 Satoshi to $1 Isn't that $10 million Bitcoin? It's $1, or is that $100 million Bitcoin? It's at $1, 1 Satoshi. I would like to see Bitcoin at, I think $1 million. It's at 10 cents, and $10 million is at $1. Something like that. $1 million Bitcoin at 10 cents Satoshi would not be bad. Or is $1 million 1 cent Satoshi? I can't remember exactly, but it'd be nice if a Satoshi was 1 cent or 10 cents, and that way you could do change, right? Like if a candy bar is $2.30, you pay 230 Satoshi, right? If it was 1 penny, that's pretty nice. I like that even denomination of the potential of Bitcoin being 1 cent per Satoshi. I do like that. $1 makes it, because the code of Bitcoin does allow for more denominations of Bitcoin, like a longer denomination. Like you could put 10 digits or 16 digits and make the Satoshi smaller. But I like the idea of, would CryptVisor be a product you would be willing to review? What is CryptVisor? I think I've actually gotten emails about that. Remind me what CryptVisor is. I don't remember. But I mean, yeah, maybe. Like, I'd have to like really look into it. I really look into things. Like if I get an offer for something, I'll look into it. Most of them I honestly just delete. I'm not particular. Of course I want to make money, right? Like I'm not gonna lie, but like I'm not particularly interested in shilling things that I don't know about. I don't feel like that's particularly honest to shill things I don't know about. But if I would, yeah, of course I would look into it pretty deeply before I would do something like that. But yeah. So let's see what else we can find here on Reddit. Roger Ver talked about that yesterday, relinquishes CEO role. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Like half the stuff on Reddit is just like memes and stuff. Like, here we go again with the roller coaster. Blockchain-based communication software. CryptVisor news. So how's everybody else doing? What are we, anything crazy we want to talk about? Feel free to chat in the chat as I talk about stuff here. But Bitcoin has a big future, says Donald Trump's ex-chief strategist. Yeah, it certainly does. Bitcoin will never drop to 6,000 again, financial analyst says. Oh yeah, let's see. Who knows, right? Bitcoin may never drop to 6,000 anyway. If the coin tumbles to that level, we should buy lots of it. Yeah, we probably should. Yesterday, Peterson tweeted that Bitcoin would never drop to 6,000 in our lifetime. While it sounds daring, the analyst used a financial simulation technique called Monte Carlo. Algorithm simulation helps analysts understand the probability of various outcomes in a process that is hardly predictable because of random influences. Given the Bitcoin market is still at an emerging phase, it could go one direction or another on unexpected variables related to regulation, demand, competition, among others. The Monte Carlo. Wow, wow, wow. That is a hell of a graph. I like this one that goes up to 40,000. I like that. I'm going to give that one. 40,000. We'll do with that. Zellcash is up again. Yeah, Zellcash is pretty good. I've been doing some podcasts. I make some video, some audio for the podcast on the Zellcore YouTube channel from time to time. I should be giving him some more here soon, but I haven't been able to get around to it lately. I will email you if you have a side chat. I got to go now. Thanks for the okay. Sure, you can email me. I think I've actually received emails about CryptVisor, though. I'm pretty sure, and I think because unfortunately I ignore a lot of the emails in my email. Like if an actual viewer emails me with a question or something like that, I respond virtually 100% of the time. But the offers are just, there's like 5-6 a day. I'm assuming the bigger YouTubers are even more inundated with offers. But like mine, yeah, it's easily 5-6 offers a day of something, that you've never heard of. Square Cash's app doubles its Bitcoin generated revenues. Roger Ver, no longer CEO. Yeah, mentioned that the other day. I find it weird that he's even a CEO to begin with, because like, how can you be the CEO of a website? I don't know. I guess you can. I get it. But like that doesn't seem like the role of a CEO. It just seems like you run a website. Are you really the CEO like of a website? But okay, fair enough. Is Liquid Tether a Libra alternative or a headache? Launch on the Liquid network makes Libra obsolete even before it goes live. Yeah, I don't know about Libra. So many people are going to buy into Libra, though, and it's not like buy in, like they think they're going to make money. It's just so many people are going to use that service. Like once it comes out, 2 billion Facebook users. You can't ignore that. Also, good to hear you again. Yeah, man. Good to hear you too. Yeah, Zellcash is doing actually pretty well. They changed up their algorithm and stuff. Goose was talking to me about Zellcash, and he was saying that they had an old algorithm months back, and unfortunately like NiceHash kind of got a hold of it, and so you could buy hash power on NiceHash to mine Zellcash, so they forked away from it, and they swear that they'll keep forking away from anything that has ASICs or like that NiceHash, because they really want to stay away from NiceHash because people could just buy like enormous amounts of hash power. So they want to keep their fork, they want to keep the algorithm moving so that they can't so it can't be like set up on NiceHash and then have a bunch of people. You are the CEO of my channel. Yeah. And, all the other 20 employees that I have, right? Do you know if Jorgen Edeline, Guido Debo is Satoshi Nakamoto? Oh, man. I probably messed up that name pretty bad. I don't think so. I really don't think so. I don't think if you were Satoshi, I don't think Satoshi Nakamoto wants to be found. Satoshi Nakamoto may very well be dead. I'm just saying, Dave Kleiman and Hal Finney are two candidates for Satoshi, and both of them are dead. And that maybe makes sense why the coin has never moved, right? If you're dead, you definitely can't move coin, right? But I don't think, because I know who you're talking about, Norman. I know who you're talking about, the guy with the long hair. I don't think that's him. He has a blog where he like asks questions, or he answers questions, and they're very compelling questions. Like people ask him, about, there's like a Q&A essentially, and they're very compelling answers. But I don't think that Satoshi would be the kind of guy to announce that he is Satoshi and then not actually prove it. So you got to understand, if you say you're Satoshi, everybody knows. And if Satoshi is alive, he knows too, because he's a person, right? And he's on the internet. I'm assuming it's a he. We're going to go with a he. But, and even Satoshi knows that he can't just say he's Satoshi. If he wanted to come out, he knows he can't say he's Satoshi and not provide any evidence, right? So everybody knows by now, you can't say that you're Satoshi Nakamoto and not provide any evidence that you are Satoshi Nakamoto. It's not going to work anymore. Nobody's going to believe it except for the Craig Wright fans who for some reason still believe that he's Satoshi Nakamoto without any proof whatsoever, as if he's God and people have faith in it. I don't understand that. Yes, you've always responded right away most often. Yeah, anytime somebody emails me, I typically respond pretty quick. Hey, Cornick, thanks for the ice cream and the lemon on DLive. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I appreciate that. So if anybody hasn't already, I do live stream also on DLive. Here I'm also live on DLive, and I'm also live on Twitch. I'm just gonna put those in the chat in case any of you in the chat have either of those platforms and would like to follow me on there as well. Because sometimes I do not stream on YouTube. Sometimes I'll play a game not on YouTube and just on DLive and Twitch. So, hey, did you guys hear that Ninja, like basically the world's biggest streamer, canceled his contract with Twitch and moved over to Mixer for allegedly the sum of $100 million. $100 million allegedly to move his stream, no longer stream on Twitch, and move it to Mixer. $100 million. Have you guys heard that? $100 million to do that. Which I think Mixer is I think Mixer is owned by Microsoft, if I'm not mistaken. Equihash 144 got wrecked by NiceHash. Yeah. Used to be a bunch of alts, but is Zcash fork. Yeah. Yeah, so NiceHash, that's the problem with NiceHash, is that if an algorithm gets on NiceHash, everybody can just buy massive amounts of hash power. And that's what Zcash does. They try to change their algorithm because if you change your algorithm, it takes a long time for it to get on NiceHash, for people to start buying that hash power. So eventually it will be on NiceHash and you'll be able to buy hash power for Zcash. So as long as they keep changing it, they'll be good. Nah, not 100. No, I heard it was 100 million. I don't plan on ever selling back for fiat, so I don't care about reaching all-time highs. Only drop back 80%. What's good about that? Only to drop back 80%. Well, I mean, I think, well, there's, again, I just talked about this a little bit ago. There's two types of crypto, holders. There's the hodler, and then there's the day trader, and the day trader makes more money. I mean, some people are like, hey, I don't care about fiat. I'm just holding on to my crypto. Fair enough. Good for you. Do what you want to do. But day trading makes more money. It's more risky, but it makes more money, plain and simple. If Bitcoin goes to 10,000 and you sell and it goes back to 5,000 and you buy in, you now have 2 Bitcoin, not just 1 Bitcoin. So when it goes back to 10,000, you now have $20,000. If you were just a hodler and it went to 10,000, then back to 5,000, and then back to 10,000, you still got $10,000. So I'm just saying, it's to each his own. I'm not like bashing anybody that just hodls. I'm not bashing anybody that day trades. So, yeah, I heard it was 100 million. Well, at least Keemstar said that. I think I watched Drama Alert, and it was on Drama Alert, and he said that it was allegedly $100 million because they made a whole video. Did you guys see the video? I don't know if anybody follows Ninja. I don't really care for Ninja as a streamer. I really couldn't care less. But he put out this video where he goes in front of this crowd, and it's actually kind of funny. It's a bunch of Ninja himself out in the crowd, like dressed as women and different people and stuff like that. And it's him announcing that he's going to Mixer. So that was a lot of production. Like, that video was clearly cost a lot of money to produce. So I wouldn't suspect 1 million. I would believe 100 million more than 1 million, because for $1 million, I mean, $1 million, why would you move from, if you're one of the biggest Twitch stars, you guys know how much money Twitch makes, or like Ninja makes. He makes like 600,000, close to $1 million a month, right? So that guy probably makes $10 million a year, right? So to be paid $1 million to risk going to a new platform like Mixer is milk money. It is pocket change, right? If you make $10 million a year for the past 3 or 4 years, well, maybe not 3 or 4, maybe the past couple or so, $1 million is a drop in the bucket. Like if somebody offered me, that would be like somebody offering me, I'll pay you $100 to stop posting videos on YouTube and put it on like DTube or like BitTube or something like that, or some other video platform. $100, like that's a drop in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? Like in a year's time, I make so much more than that with just the YouTube alone and crypto and stuff. Like that's just nothing. Like get that out of my face, you know? So it just wouldn't be worth it for me. So $1 million to, yeah, I would suspect it's way more than $1 million. Somebody knows something about Justin Sun and the BitTorrent money? No, I don't know too much about it, but I know that China was pissed at him because they suspected that Tron's ICO was a fraud. Do you still follow some of the deflationary tokens? A lot of them are struggling at the moment. Even Bomb went down quite a bit. Yeah, Bomb went down quite a bit, but honestly, I think Bomb is the only good one. And good is a hard word, you know what I mean? That's a pretty subjective word in itself. Is Bomb token a good token? I don't know about that, but it was the first intentionally deflationary coin that was really popular, at the very least. As far as I know, it's the first deflationary token, like purposely, like built into a contract and not just like Bitcoin that's deflationary, yada yada. And then came Nuke token and I think Moab, like you have in your, and then Claymore, and Claymore token exit scammed. They were a deflationary coin with like a 5% or 2% deflation. They exit scammed. Nuke token is not doing well at all. Bomb token went up to like $13 or something, and then it's kind of doing pretty poorly now. So it was just sort of a hypey phase. But I think in the long run, Bomb token will go up in price, but it's going to take a lot of the supply. You know, the supply isn't down very far at all. So it's kind of hard to say, but yeah, Bomb token went up. Yeah, it was about $13 or so. And, you know, ever since it was kind of going down. So it's hard to say if it's going to keep going up. I think it might have been a fad. You know, it was sort of a hype. That's kind of why I made a video on Bomb token, and I made the video. It was like Bomb token and the deflationary hype, because there was a lot of hype. And, you know, after Bomb token, Nuke token, Claymore token, Moab, and just all these other tokens that have these deflationary coins popped up. So Bomb is the true original one, and it's described as an experiment right off the gate. Right off the gate, no manipulation. It's just like, hey, it's a social experiment, and it's not intended to be used for daily transactions. It's just an experiment. So if you bought into it and you made money, good for you. You know, but it's just an experiment. So I don't know, you know, where it's going to go from here, but we'll have to see. But no, I don't really follow them. I do know that Claymore token exit scammed, and Nuke token and Claymore token had this rivalry. Like the developers of the coins like had this rivalry with each other, and like there was all this drama in the Nuke token Discord about Claymore token developers. And I left that Discord. I couldn't stand it. I was like following it, but there was so much drama. It was extremely unprofessional. Very, very, very unprofessional. Actually, I would say it's the most unprofessional crypto developers I've ever seen. And so I left that, and I don't follow it anymore. I think it'll probably just burn up and go down in flames, essentially. Yeah, half like Nuke token. These guys right here. These are some of the most no data to display. Okay. So yeah, there's no data on that. But it's on CoinGecko, I think. Says he is Satoshi Nakamoto. I know he says he's Satoshi Nakamoto, but again, it doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter anymore. Anybody that says, listen, guys, listen. If somebody says they're Satoshi Nakamoto and they don't provide proof, it doesn't matter. You're not Satoshi Nakamoto until you provide proof that you are Satoshi Nakamoto. I don't care who you are and you say that you're Satoshi, you're not Satoshi Nakamoto until you provide proof. I'm sorry. You just aren't. It's fun to speculate who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Don't get me wrong. I still like making videos of who Satoshi is and when new evidence comes out and new speculation. But again, don't believe that somebody is Satoshi until they come out. But I don't think Satoshi Nakamoto ever wants to come out. I think if he does, I think it'll have a weird effect on cryptocurrency. I don't think he should ever come out. I don't think he should ever show himself because, then people will judge his life. They'll watch his every move. They'll want him to give them Bitcoin. They'll want him to not sell his Bitcoin. They'll want him to burn his Bitcoin or something. They'll want to, again, research his life. They'll want him to make changes to Bitcoin, and increase the block size. Everybody will show up at his house. They'll all email him his life. Everybody will ask him to be on TV. They'll ask him to be in magazines and TV and articles and interviews. Maybe he doesn't want that. If the world knew who Satoshi Nakamoto is, everybody would show up at his house, media, interviews, everything. He'd TV would come. People would ask him to change the block size. People would ask him for Bitcoin donations or charity or to burn his Bitcoin or to never sell it. It would be bad. It wouldn't be good. People would scrutinize his every life. There'd be a biography of him. Oh, he got in trouble with the police 2 years before he before he made Bitcoin. Oh, he did drugs. Oh, he did this. Oh, he didn't finish college or something like that. I don't know. His whole life would be under scrutiny, and I don't think he wants that. And honestly, I don't think Bitcoin hodlers want that either, because if it turns out that Satoshi's a kind of an asshole, if he's not a good guy, right? If during the interviews people start to realize this guy's kind of a dick, right? Who knows? Maybe he is. Maybe he's a really nice guy, right? But maybe he's a dick. Wouldn't that it might scar Bitcoin for a lot of people. He would be expected. He'd be expected to be a nice person, this altruistic person. Again, I always say, never meet your heroes, right? Never actually meet Superman. Never actually meet your favorite actor. Never actually meet your favorite football or sports star. Because it turns out they're actually kind of an asshole. For example, Christian Bale. Christian Bale is a douchebag. Christian Bale, he's a great actor. But have you ever seen him? Have you ever seen the videos of Christian Bale? When he's acting and stuff, he's a douchebag. He is. He's kind of an asshole. He's a great actor, admittedly. I mean, he makes $1 million a movie. Probably 10 million or 20 million, but either way. For example, Maynard James Keenan of Tool, the lead singer of Tool. I love the band Tool. I've listened to Tool. I've listened to Tool all my life. But Maynard James Keenan in interviews, guy's an asshole. In interviews. Have you ever watched an interview of Maynard James Keenan? Anybody like Tool in chat? If you like the band Tool, look up an interview with Maynard James Keenan. He's kind of a dick. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird. So who is Satoshi? Is he actually the altruistic person that we all believe he is? Or is he just a regular guy? You know what I mean? And likely he's just a regular guy. So I don't think Satoshi should ever come out. That's his choice to do that, but I don't think it's a good idea. There were some deflationary tokens before Bomb with built-in burn, but they weren't popular. Yeah, Bomb became popular. Claymore token exit scammed. Yep, they sure did. He's in prison, no access. He might be, or he might be dead. He might have been Hal Finney and Dave Kleiman, or just Hal Finney, or something like that, and he might be dead. Yeah, great band. Tool. I love Tool, man. I love Tool. I listen to Tool all the time on my live streams. When I'm playing a game. But man, Maynard James Keenan, dude, he's kind of a douche, man. He rubs you the wrong way in interviews. He really does, man. He treats the interviewer like it's lower than him. He's not a particularly friendly cat. Great singer, amazing. But Bitcoin at the top of trading, mining. Decred opens permissionless decentralized exchange. Congratulations, Decred. Quadrica exchange runs out of creditor protection. Bankruptcy procedure continues. Uh-oh, Quadrica. Man, I feel bad for the people of Quadrica and Cryptopia and stuff, man. That sucks, man. Because I know a guy that I used to play games with a lot. He lived near me previously. I never got to meet him. We wanted to go out and have some wings and beer, but I had to move within like a week, so I never got to meet him. But he was a good guy, and we had some fun debates. We have some very clashing ideologies when it comes to like debates and sciences and stuff. And he's a good guy to debate. He's fun, and he had like $700 worth of tether on Cryptopia, and he could never get it off. So. Which isn't breaking the bank. It's not like, he's bankrupt because he doesn't have his $700 in tether. But man, that sucks, because that was at a time when he could have turned that tether into like $3,500 Bitcoin. And, and then Bitcoin goes up to 13,000, which is an increase of like 3 or 4 times, and for 4 times or so. And that $700 could be, like $2,500 or $2,700 or something, $2,800, which is great. That's huge gains, like 300-400%. That's no joke. Seems like a nice guy. That's why I don't think Craig was him. No, I don't think Craig's him. I think at best, here's what I think about Craig Wright. I think at best, Craig Wright knew Dave Kleiman. He did. Okay, so like let's skip back a little bit. Dave Kleiman and him had a business together. They did business together. Him and Dave Kleiman, for sure. Right. That is true. But 2 candidates of being Satoshi is Hal Finney and Dave Kleiman, right? There are many more. And I'm not saying that Satoshi guaranteed was one of those 2. They are just 2 candidates. Let's just admit that. We all know that. What we do know, too, is that Hal Finney received the first transaction from Satoshi. So was Hal Finney Satoshi, and he sent himself that transaction and said, look what Satoshi sent me, or that means that he knew Satoshi, right? So therefore, we could say for sure that Hal Finney knew Satoshi Nakamoto, or was him, or was part of the group, right? So that's for sure, in my opinion, because he talked to him, he emailed him, he received the Bitcoin from him. He used to talk about Bitcoin a lot, Hal Finney, for sure. We could put him in the for sure pile, in my opinion. So Dave Kleiman and Craig Wright knew each other. And they both mined a lot of Bitcoin, for sure, right? That doesn't mean that they're Satoshi, but they both mined a lot of Bitcoin together. And then are dead. So Dave Kleiman dead, Hal Finney dead. None of the Bitcoin ever moved, right? Weird, right? So I think at best, Craig Wright knew Dave Kleiman and knew Dave Kleiman and maybe Hal Finney together. I don't know. Because I can never connect Hal Finney and Dave Kleiman, though, right? I can't. There's no evidence to connect those 2. But maybe Dave Kleiman was working on Bitcoin, maybe with other people, maybe with Hal Finney. I don't know. And Craig Wright knew that, right? And then so after he died and after they mined all the Bitcoin, Craig Wright gathered up all of his hard drives and tried to crack them. Or maybe they just mined Bitcoin together and he's trying to steal all the Bitcoin and they weren't Satoshi at all. And he's just trying to claim that he's Satoshi. Or maybe it was Paul LaRue and Craig Wright helped with the encryption and cybersecurity to get him in prison and ended up getting carbon copies of all the digital copies of all Paul LaRue's hard drives, which could be Satoshi, right? And now him and Craig Wright and Calvin Ayre or whatever are now trying to decrypt those hard drives to get to the private keys, because Paul LaRue's hard drives were all encrypted, and maybe Craig Wright, working with the government, somehow managed to get copies of all the hard drives, like maybe copy them, like encryption at all, like the whole thing, and now they have to decrypt the hard drives, and one day he'll have all the Bitcoin. I don't know, but I think Craig Wright may have had some kind of associated knowledge of Satoshi, that he knew somebody, in the same way that let's say my next door neighbor was working on Bitcoin, and I knew my next door neighbor. Like sometimes we had barbecues, but I had nothing to do with the creation of Bitcoin, right? We just have barbecues together, right? And he's like, hey, I'm working on this thing. I think it's going to be really cool. I call it Bitcoin, and it's this digital currency, and like you can mine it with your computer, and everybody has these nodes, and like it'll never be able to be shut down. It's really cool. And I'm like, wow, that's really awesome. And then when he died, I was like, hey, can I have all of his hard drives? And like, look, I'm Satoshi Nakamoto now, right? In that way, I think Craig Wright is somewhat similar to that. Like if I knew somebody and I was like, well, I'm just going to take over their life after they passed away, but I don't know. It's quite the mystery. Cryptopia was a blast trading on ups and down with their coins. Yeah, like, Cryptopia was good for like Vertcoin, Electronium, and various other like alts. I think Cryptopia was the best exchange for shitcoins. Cryptopia itself was a terrible, terrible exchange. And I remember the first time I went on it to like trade Vertcoin or something like that. The first time I ever went on it, you get the impression that it's shit immediately. As soon as you go onto Cryptopia, you're just like, this exchange is shit. I feel shitty. Like I feel like I have to wash my hands. Anybody that ever went on Cryptopia in the past, you know right off the bat, as soon as you log into it, this exchange is shit. For sure. Like, this is shit. And I know it's going to go under someday. And I kind of knew it was. I kind of had a sneaking suspicion. But, yeah. Smash the likes, guys and gals. Sako deserves it. Thank you. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. I appreciate that. We got like 39 in chat. And we should have 39 likes. Just got to hit that like button. It helps out when you hit the like button and there's a lot of likes. YouTube kind of pushes that algorithm out. And more people will see it. So I appreciate that if you do. He wrote the white paper. You mean Craig Wright wrote the white paper? Who do you think wrote the white paper? You can't just say he wrote. I'm sorry. I don't know what reference. I cannot withdraw the statement, so I will stand on what I wrote here. I'm sorry. I don't remember what statement that was. The chat's moving. He is, and just to prove Craig wrong. So you think Jurgen is Satoshi Nakamoto? He could be, but why doesn't he prove that he is? So, I mean, like, why wait for a specific time? I'm not sure. Yeah, it did look awful. It looked awful. Like, Cryptopia just looked bad. Like, when you went on it, it was one of those exchanges. It's kind of like Stacks or Mercatox or DDEX and stuff like that. I know like, DDEX is different, you know, but it's like with those cheap exchanges, you get on them and you're like, man, I don't want to hold any crypto on here. But Quadrica X latest court decision was mostly technical, approving the reports on Quadrica CX up to this point, and the fees required. The fees will be paid from the pool of recovered funds, where around 25 million of the assets was found, leaves about 23.7 million to be distributed to creditors making claims based on the balances in their accounts. Recovered sums based on research is still just a fraction of the 190 million in Quadrica CX. Showed the complexity of unraveling the operations. Yeah, so Quadrica CX, in case you guys don't remember, was a Canadian exchange basically ran by one man with a laptop. Allegedly, and I have to say allegedly because it's one of the shadiest situations in crypto I think I've ever seen. And I don't mean to be rude, you know, to family, you know, if there is deceased or anything like that. I truly don't. But it's one of the most shady deaths I've ever heard of, period. So the CEO, the creator, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, of Quadrica CX had Crohn's disease, and he basically ran the exchange on his laptop. He was the only one with access to all the private keys of the cold wallets. And before Quadrica CX went under, they were sort of bankrupt. It sort of came out that they were bankrupt, that they were trading users' cryptocurrency on other exchanges, that the CEO of Quadrica CX was margin trading with user funds and profits, and that he was margin trading poorly. He was very bad at it, and he lost a lot of money margin trading crypto. And then all of a sudden he's dead. The story goes that he has Crohn's disease, which is a disease of your intestines that makes you, it's painful, irritable, you can bleed, diarrhea. It can be very mild. or it can be pretty severe Crohn's. So I don't know what he had. Obviously severe, but I don't know. And he, one day, out of the blue, apparently, out of the goodness of his heart, with a failing exchange and bankruptcy and keeping user crypto on other exchanges, decided one day, once again, to go to India and build an orphanage in the middle of India. India, a country that I don't mean to bash on in any way, shape, or form, because I'd love to see it. I'd love to check it out. I was a geographer, so I love places, things, and studying things over time and space. I love it, love it, love it. But India is not known for their quality of food, which happens to be very delicious in some cases, like tikka masala, that tikka masala. But it's very spicy. It's notoriously spicy. In fact, some of the most spicy food in the world, considering they have the spiciest peppers in the world in India. So spicy food and poor water quality, and you have Crohn's disease, and you're going to go to India with no doctors with you, no medical attention with you at all. And then all of a sudden he feels bad, and he goes to a hospital and he dies. And then a death certificate, which India is notoriously known to be able to go there and get a death certificate and fake your own death for a very small fee. And then a death certificate goes back to Canada, and nobody can get a hold of the crypto. It's gone. $190 million of crypto just totally missing, totally bankrupt, totally insolvent, whittled away users' funds, put users' funds on other exchanges, literally used other exchanges to put users' funds on. Not on his exchange, on other exchanges. Right? The hell? And nobody can get his private keys because he was the only one with the private keys to all the cold wallets. Wow. And just before he died, he left all of his yachts, houses, and everything to his wife, and $100,000 to his 2 chihuahuas, or his 2 dogs. Yeah, I agree. That's quite right. It's quite a narrative, right? I don't mean to be rude to anybody that may have actually died, but wow, right? Holy shit. That is the craziest narrative I've ever heard, right? You have to put the whole thing together. Not that you just went to India and died, right? Because that happens. People go to other countries. People die, right? That's not too crazy. But when you put the whole damn story together, you're just like, what the fuck is going on? It makes no sense. So what he was doing was poorly margin trading, poorly trading user funds, and giving people who withdrawed other users' funds, like a Ponzi scheme, because you didn't have it, right? If you deposited 1 Bitcoin, he'd margin trade it, and poof, gone, right? Because he was terrible at margin trading. So if you wanted to withdraw 1 Bitcoin, he'd have to withdraw your Bitcoin to give me your Bitcoin so that I could get my Bitcoin before he left, before it went under. And he was also holding users' funds. If I deposited Bitcoin, he would deposit that Bitcoin on another exchange for safekeeping. Wow. Okay, so the equivalent of that is like I run a bank, right? And you come in with $1,000 and you say, I would like to make a bank account and put this in safekeeping. I say, okay, you've come to the right place. Let's sign you up and make an account. So you make an account, you hand me your 1,000, and I go, good doing business with you. Come back anytime. And as soon as you leave the door, I look around the corner, and you're already down the corner. You're gone. You took off in your car, all happy with a smile on your face, knowing your money's secured, safe. And then I take like 300 of your dollars. First, I take 700 of your dollars. I take $700, and I literally walk around the backside of the bank to my competitor, a different bank, and I say, I'd like to deposit $700, please. And they say, all right. And I deposit 700 of your dollars. Why? I don't know. Maybe I don't have a safe. Maybe it's just a facade. I don't even have a safe. And then I take 300 of your dollars and I head to the local casino. I'm having myself a good time. I get myself a nice martini. Get myself some, salty rim lime, margarita, put some salt on it, nice lime and tequila. So good, that salt. And then with the remaining money, I bet it all on blackjack, and I say, all of it. And the guy says, you want to bet all of your money? I sure do. I don't know what count it is. I don't know what cards are still in the deck. Put it all on there. And he says, oh man, soft 17. Oh shit. Oh shit. I guess I ain't drawing again. Because the statistics of me getting a 4 is like 1%. I'm gonna lose. He's like, yeah, you got a 17. The dealer's like, yeah, you got a 17. You're gonna lose. And I said, yeah, I know I'm about to lose, but I'm gonna sit here and see if I get lucky. And then the dealer goes, oh, 21, I'll take your money. And he goes, boop, and with his chips, pulls them all towards him. And I go, I guess I'll see you later. Can I still drink my tequila? Can I still drink my martini and my, And he says, no, get the fuck out of my casino. That's exactly what Quadrica CX is. Literally. Like, that is not a far fetch from what Quadrica CX actually was. Can I still drink my margarita, sir? No, you have no money. Get out of my casino or we'll throw you out. Pepsi shill, I know, man. Look, check it out. You want to know how much money Pepsi shills me every time I put it on camera? I can only do it once per like 5 minutes though, so I gotta find the light. Pepsi says this side is my good side, but unfortunately the light is back here, so I need to get some better lighting right here. They say look up. I'm getting tips on modeling. I'm getting more tips. I'll get it better. I'm sorry, guys. I'll get it better. I got a lot of things going on. I can't focus on my modeling just yet. Thoughts on Ethereum using Bitcoin Cash as technology? No, he's an idiot, dude. He's an idiot. That's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. No, that was a terrible thing to even suggest. Nobody liked that suggestion from Vitalik. Not gonna happen. That's just like not Jihan Wu, but CZ from Binance when he's like, hey, maybe we should roll back the Bitcoin blockchain so that we can get our 7,000 Bitcoin back. And the whole entire Bitcoin and crypto community was like, why don't you get fucked? How about that? How about option number B? How about option number C? Because option number A is yes, do it. Option number B is no. Option number C, get fucked. I think everybody selected option number C. No, that was the stupidest idea ever. It ruined his credibility for a short period of time. Anybody that suggests rolling back the Bitcoin blockchain because you got hacked and nobody else gets hacked, everybody else gets hacked, and nobody else is going to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, which would be absolutely devastating. The killing blow of cryptocurrency. If you could physically roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, that will ruin credibility of Bitcoin forever. That would be the single most devastating thing to Bitcoin since the Mt. Gox attacks, okay? That would be the single most devastating thing in the history of cryptocurrency, period. Because here's what would happen. Here's what would happen if you could roll back the Bitcoin blockchain. It's physically possible. It's possible, but you need you need the world's computing power to do that, okay? So it's physically possible. Here's why you shouldn't do it. One, it's immoral, and two, because let's say, now there's all kinds of business with Bitcoin, okay? So it's not too big yet, like the business of Bitcoin, like companies receiving Bitcoin, Newegg does it, Overstock, and some various other corporations and such. It's not too big yet, right? But let's say I'm Newegg, and I did $1 million worth of Bitcoin sales today, which I don't know if they do or not. Let's just go with it, right? $1 million worth of Bitcoin sales. I sold a bunch of computer equipment for Bitcoin. I made $1 million, and I sent $1 million worth of equipment out to the people who bought it, right? But when you roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, all the people that sent their Bitcoin to Newegg get that Bitcoin back. If the rollback was at that time, I get my Bitcoin back. Let's say I spent 1 Bitcoin, I get that Bitcoin back. 1 Bitcoin comes back to me. Yet all my equipment is on the way to me as well. That's already been shipped out. I'm going to receive my computer. I'm going to receive my stuff for my $10,000, right? But Newegg eats that. They don't get their Bitcoin now. They'd have to sue everybody or have to go on the good heart that everybody will send that Bitcoin back the next day. If I went up to you and I said, hey, I'd like to buy your car, and you say 1 Bitcoin, please, and I go, all right. So I give you 1 Bitcoin. You sign the title of your car over to me. The next day, the Bitcoin blockchain gets pulled back 24 hours. I get my Bitcoin back. You get your Bitcoin taken away from you. Or if you didn't already sell it, it's going to go back to me. Whether you put it on an exchange and then sold it, that exchange gets raped of 1 Bitcoin now. It gets it taken away and put back into my wallet. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain. Whoever mentions that should be laughed off the internet for 24 hours. I'm not saying bully them. Laugh them off the internet for 24 hours. Anybody that mentions that. Can Binance roll it back? It is physically possible. It raises questions about Binance Chain's immutability. No, it raises questions about Bitcoin's immutability or any crypto's immutability. It's physically possible to roll back the Bitcoin blockchain, but you have to put an immense amount of computing power into each block all the way back until the hack occurred. And it requires an unbelievable amount of computing power. You'd have to spend more money than that 7,000 Bitcoin is even worth to roll it back in terms of computing power. You'd have to rent. I don't think it can be done. It's not viable. It's not really viable. Just a question, Sako, have you ever heard of CryptoFace and his market cipher? Oh, and his market cipher. Who? No, I've never heard of CryptoFace. You can tell me who that is, though. CryptoFace. Sounds intense. CryptoFace, huh? CryptoFace market cipher. I will look it up just because it sounds interesting. CryptoFace presents the market cipher all in one indicator. Okay, the market cipher combines over 30 years of trading experience and dozens of indicators into one comprehensive package. It's the single best, most versatile indicator, specifically designed for Bitcoin, but usable in all financial markets. I'll have to take a look at it. I'll have to look into it more. You know, and then there's there's market ciphers like that and indicators. Then there's like social trading too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen social trading, but social trading is where like you will automatically trade with another person. So if you think somebody, YouTube dude, CryptoFace, no, I got it. If you social trade with somebody, like if you know somebody who's excellent at trading, you can essentially pair up with them, and the trades that they make, you will make, and you can opt out at any time. Like you can stop the social trading at any time, but if they sell at 10,000, you sell at 10,000. If they rebuy in at 9,600, you rebuy in at 9,600. So that's kind of interesting. I mean, it can probably get you into a bit of trouble, but if you know somebody who's really good, you can do social trading like that too. But indicators, I use traditional indicators. I use time of day. I like time of day. Time of day has a lot of useful, like if you just watch for about a week, the crypto markets, and you got to watch it on one platform. If you try to watch it on multiple platforms or like on CoinMarketCap, which is an average of all the platforms, it doesn't work so good. But if you're just like trading on Coinbase or Binance or KuCoin or something like that, you take a week and you watch the time of day. So Ethereum or the Bitcoin, especially in late 2017, I noticed that Bitcoin, I know it was a while ago, but I did a lot of trading then and not so much in 2018. And then now I'm trading again a lot more. But, like Bitcoin will go up in price till about noon 11 a.m. or noon at my time, like where I was in Arizona, which is going to be a totally different time for you. But and then it starts to dump for lunch till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it goes back up. Then about 6 o'clock, it dumps a little bit again, goes back up till about midnight, and then dumps again throughout the night, and then goes up in price in the morning, etc., etc. So time of day is kind of a consistent trading method. Don't rely on it entirely, but watch the chart on one specific exchange for one specific coin for about a week, and you'll notice that there is usually a pattern to it. I don't know why I couldn't say that. And some whale could come along and disrupt it. You know what I mean? It could be 10,000 for a week, and then all of a sudden it goes up to $12,000, right? It could go down to $6,000, right? So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about whale disruption. I'm talking about the fact that almost every day, you'll notice that within a margin of a couple hours, it's always going up and down at about the same time every day. That's because like one market is shutting down, like Korea, it's nighttime and everybody's selling for the night. And it's morning for you, so it looks like it's going down. It looks like everybody's selling, but it's really nighttime somewhere else. And then when everybody's waking up in Korea or where you are, the price is going up. So it's just the whole world working as one. And another thing, my favorite indicator is the RSI. RSI is the best indicator for like intraday trading. Not necessarily long-term, of course, but intraday trading. If you see the RSI spike over 70 and it starts to come down, when it's just about to go back down that 70 line, that's when it's time to sell. That's the high for that period. Almost always, like 80% of the time. That's the high. In a few hours later, it might be lower or higher than that price, but that's the high for now. When it's going back down over that 70 line. Not when it's at the top, but usually back down over the 70 line. And then it's the opposite. So when it goes under 30 RSI, if it gets to like 20, that's when you got to buy in because it's going to go up from there. It is not always the case, because RSI doesn't always go over the 70 or 30 line. That's the two lines you should look out for. Sometimes it trades in between there, and it's not so helpful when it's in between that. But if you have patience and you wait around almost every day, it'll go up, be above the 70 line and go down below the 30 line. And those are indicators when to buy or sell. So frequent trading, not so good for RSI, but for, like 1 or 2 trades a day, good. RSI, very good. Volume kind of helps a little bit, but RSI, time of day, there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good indicators. There's that Japanese one or whatever. It's called the God, I use that sometimes. It's kind of nice. It shows the I can't even remember what it's called now. Somebody would probably know it in chat. It's the colorful one, the band one. God, what is that? It's on the tip of my tongue. I know what it is. That's kind of useful too, to see like real strong demand, and when it starts to weaken, it kind of flips back over in on itself. You should do some trading videos. I kind of used to, but trading videos, if anything, I would make a compilation of good sells and buys, because I used to try to do some live trading. That was a long time ago. Ichimoku, yeah, you got it. Yeah, this guy knows what I'm talking about. The Ichimoku, yeah. That's a good. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's a good chart to have on too. So I like to I like to have both of those, like RSI. Bro, you got to check out Ichimoku indicator. Yeah, no, I actually see that. I see that. I have that site up. I'm looking at it now. No, I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, I used to try to do live trading, and that was in like 2017 in like November or something like that. So some of those are probably still on my channel, but they turned out to be really, really boring, right? Because sometimes you can't make a trade. The price just isn't going in the direction you need it to go. Like it's just trading sideways and it's not going up enough. You want it to go up 30, 40, 50, 60, $100 to make a sale, and then sell it and then wait for it to go back down $100. because you want to do those high frequency little trades, and sometimes half an hour, 45 minutes goes by before you can make a trade. So it's kind of boring unless you just have a live stream where you're not like actually on camera and talking. There is a lot of those like 24/7 trading live streams. But they're kind of boring because nothing happens for very long periods at a time. And, once in a while you'll sell, it'll go up to 9,000 and you sell it. And then it goes up to like 9,050. And you're like, oh, damn, well, I have to just sit here and wait till it goes down sub 9,000 to be able to buy back in, which it will, you know what I mean? It's just a matter of time. But now you're just waiting, right? Because it looked like everything was falling off. It clearly looked like the demand was starting to lower for that rising price. So you're like, okay, it looks like it's time to sell. Like the roller coaster is just about to go over, and you sell, and then it's like, yeah, and the roller coaster just keeps going up a magical ramp, and you're like, son of a bitch, you know what I mean? So sometimes it gets you, and like, well, live streaming, it's just like, well, I guess we got to wait even longer. I sold and I made money, but like, we got to wait longer for me to buy in, or I can buy in a different crypto. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's not as fun. Give them a like, guys. Don't do trading vids. Stay with the news. I was the guy shilling the Ichimoku by cracking crypto indicator the other day. It's free though. Cracking crypto has some decent indicators as well. I don't use most of the fancy indicators, but still do just fine. Yeah, me too. Honestly, me too. Like a good RSI, Ichimoku. Really, you don't need. I think RSI, man. I can't go without RSI. RSI is too good, man. RSI is super good. If you have the patience to wait. Hey, Cornick, thanks for the ice cream and the lemons, man. I appreciate you. RSI is so good. It's especially if you just wait for it to like really crank over that 70 RSI, or really go like really dip down under 30. Those are really good indicators. It's not every single time. You can't rely on it 100%. Just like you can't rely on any kind of indicator 100%, but RSI is my bread and butter. RSI is my boy. You're my boy, Blue. You know what I mean? I like the game streaming from time to time. Diablo was cool. Yeah, I still game, but like there's honestly I don't think I got any friends on to play Apex at the moment. Normally I do. Yesterday was a great Apex day, but I wasn't live streaming. Won 2 in a row with old Platypus and his friend, and that was a good day. That was fun, but yeah, I don't know. I like to game, but I also don't like to do it on my channel too much. I'm on Bitcoin.com. I never liked this channel or this website. The news on it typically sucks, and it's just about it's usually just about Bitcoin Cash. So it's bank stopped Walmart. Now the retail giant hits back with crypto. Yeah, there's some speculation that Walmart is coming out with a stable coin lately. On August 1st, it was discovered that the giant retail corporation Walmart has patented plans for a stablecoin that's backed by U.S. dollars. If released into the wild, the U.S. dollar-based currency would be issued to select Walmart retailers and partners, while the patent's description explains the coin could be used outside of Walmart's retail scope as well. Walmart's patent follows Facebook's Libra announcement, and the Walmart specifications are similar to the social giants project as well. And this is what I'm saying, the rise of the corporate cryptocurrency. A lot of corporations, what I was saying a long time, like 3, 4, 5, 6 months ago, I was saying that corporations do not need to accept Bitcoin. That's the problem with adoption and people just waiting for adoption of Bitcoin. When is Walmart going to pick it up? When is Amazon going to pick it up? They don't need to. They don't need to buy your bags. They don't need to buy your bags. They could just create a stable coin that you have to spend at their company and their partners. So if you don't have a bank account, you can go to Walmart and you can load up on Walmart coin, when they come out with this. And it'll be in your Walmart coin wallet online. You don't even need a bank now. Banks are a thing of the past here very, very soon. what people mean by the underbanked is that they don't have a bank account. They don't go out and I actually know people for a long time that don't have a bank account. They're like, how do you even pay bills and stuff? Like, oh, prepaid cards and stuff. Like, crazy. Like, how, like, to not have a bank account is hard. You know what I mean? Because then you can't just swipe your debit card, or you can't just like pay your bill online with your debit card. You gotta go out and buy one and like load it up and stuff. That's a pain. And then when you go to cash your check, it's not direct deposit. You gotta go cash it somewhere, which is a big pain in the ass. So, you know, sooner or later here, you could just have a Walmart bank, and, you know, like, your money will just be deposited, and you'll have the Walmart stablecoin that you can spend anywhere. You'll have their Walmart card. You know, this is the new crypto, the corporate crypto. I don't mean to say that Bitcoin is going anywhere anytime soon, but be aware that the corporate crypto coin will come. We already had, you know, the General Mills Buzz coin, which isn't a real crypto, but I still thought it was pretty funny regardless. And we have Libra coin and JPM coin. Ripple, who cares? Who needs XRP? Who seriously needs XRP? When, if you move $6 trillion a day, like JPM coin, do you need XRP? No, you could just make your own coin. You could just make JPM coin and move $6 trillion a day. You don't have to partner with anybody. You don't have to buy anybody's bags. You don't have to pay anybody for a partnership, a cut of the money. You don't have to. You could just make your own coin. That's what I'm trying to get at, is that adoption's going to be hard, because why adopt Bitcoin when you can make your own stable coin that people have to spend at your store with your partners? You know what I'm saying? You can make, it's going to be a weird world here very soon. Mark my words, the corporate coin is on its way. Every corporation is going to have to do this to stay ahead of the game. Corporations that do not do this will see that their profits will slowly start to fade away in favor of their competitors, who made this very easy to use digital coin that anybody can store in their smartphone wallet and just swipe. You don't need a debit card anymore. You don't even need to go on your PC to have a wallet. It's going to be on your phone. You're just going to swipe your phone. It's going to take it right out of your wallet. It's going to be Walmart coin. I'm going to buy $70 in groceries today at Walmart. I'm just going to swipe and go. That's it. My paycheck gets deposited into my Walmart card, into my Walmart app. That means that Walmart is now a bank. That means that Facebook is now a bank. That means that your money belongs to Walmart. It goes directly to Walmart first, and you're going to be compelled to use your swipe away your digital coins at Walmart. Do not forget that. That is coming very soon. Your bank that you thought was bad is now going to be a corporation, and you think your bank is bad. Wait till your money is in the corporation and you do something bad, and Facebook's like, nah, we got to block this. All the corporations decided to block your account because you're a right-wing speaker on Twitter or something like that, because you went to a different country. I don't know. You spent money in Paraguay. You went to Syria and spent some of your stable coin, and hey, Syria is on the terrorist country list, so you're a terrorist now. We're going to block your money. I mean, that's worse than banks ever will be. I mean, maybe a bank would do that too, but your money's going to get deposited right to Facebook. You know, a lot of people's are. Maybe not yours, but a lot of people are going to do this. Don't get me wrong. This is going to happen. It's going to happen. It will happen. It's like gift cards. They're just like gift cards. When you get a Walmart gift card, where are you compelled to spend that Walmart gift card? Walmart, guaranteed. I go to buy a gift card. I gave them $20. I gave Walmart $20. Like, I'm going to buy you a gift card, right? I'm going to buy you a $20 gift card. So I go to Walmart and I give them $20. They give me a piece of plastic. They give me a piece of plastic that took them 1/100th of a cent to make in bulk, right? I gave them $20. They received it for nothing. I just went up for charity and gave Walmart $20. All right. Then when you get that card, that gift card, you are now compelled to spend that at Walmart. So you go to Walmart and you try to buy something that costs $20. Have you ever tried to buy something that costs exactly how much money you have? It's not possible. It's not possible. If something's 19, hey, Alexander, man, awesome stream. Love your rants. Gotta get some sleep. Hey, good night, man. Have a good one, dude. Don't forget to like on your way out. Like that video. But anyway, you can't do it. $19.99, it goes over that in tax. Now you have to give them more money. Now you were compelled to go to Walmart and give them more money to buy something that was worth more than that gift card was worth. Have you ever tried to buy something less than $20? Not possible. It's going to be like $18. It's going to be like $19.62. Now you have like 38 cents left on this card. What are you going to do with it? Throw it in the trash. What is 38 cents? It's more of a pain in the ass to keep that thing in your wallet to take 32 cents off your next purchase than it is to just throw it in the trash, right? It's got 32 cents on it. You're not going to load it back up because why? You know what I mean? You can just use your debit card at that point or just cash in your pocket. Why even load it back up? And now you're going to be compelled to be like, well, this is only $19 and something, so I might as well buy something that's a couple bucks and just pay a couple extra bucks, right? That's going to be like, that's just going to be exactly like these Walmart coins and Facebook coins. You're going to be compelled to spend them at these particular retailers, and it's quite genius, and it's going to work. It's definitely going to work for them. Crypto to become part of the global populist revolt. Yeah, maybe. Behind Ripple's regulation call, do not paint us with a broad brush. One thing about XRP is I think XRP failed. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of XRP holders probably in the chat, and they probably don't want to hear bad things about XRP. I'm glad I never really owned XRP. I'm glad I never really bothered with it. I think it's dead. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. There's a lot of idiots on Twitter that make videos of like, XRP is going to be, $10,000 a piece or $1,000 a piece and have a quadrillion-dollar market cap, which doesn't exist. It's just total nonsense. It's just total nonsense. It's just, I don't know why they even make those videos, maybe just for views, for followers, but it's total nonsense. The market cap, the circulating supply of XRP is too high to be worth very much. It's not really meant to be worth very much. Then it's going to be hard for banks to transfer it. And they've been out since 2013, and they've had 7 years, going on 7 years now to get a lot of banks on behalf of them, and they have failed to do that. So they've had about 7 years to get global adoption of XRP, and they've failed miserably in doing that, and I don't think it's ever going to go up in price very much. I think during a bull run it will, because everything goes up in price. So we could see 40 or 50 cent XRP for sure during a bull run, but at the same time we could see instead of $200 Ethereum, we could see $400 or $600 Ethereum, just the same, right? So it doesn't matter what coin. Of course it's going to go up in price a little bit, especially if it's in the top 100. Of course it's going to go up in price because everything is, and the pairing, etc., and more money being poured into the market. But that doesn't mean that XRP is succeeding. I don't think it will ever go up disproportionately, is what I'm trying to say. When I'm talking about coins going up in price, I mean disproportionately, because if the bull run comes, everything's going to go up. And you're going to be like, MrSotko was wrong. Look, XRP is 45 cents. Well, no, it's not particularly disproportional, because now Bitcoin's at $20,000 and XRP is still stuck at 50 cents, which great gains, I guess. But I don't think it's doing a very good job. I think they've had plenty of time to get the job done, and they failed to do that. Companies make a lot of money from gift cards because they're not often used. The leftovers aren't often used, right? If you got 10 cents left on your gift card, are you going to use that? No, probably not. You're going to throw it in the trash. So that means they got 10 cents from you. That means they got your business. Cheers from Canada. Cheers as well, man. Owned XRP from 20 cents up to 70 cents and then dumped it. Well, good for you, man. XRP endgame is a lie. I didn't say it was a lie. I said it was just a failure. I didn't say it was a lie. I just think they're a failure. I just don't think they got the job done. They've had 9 years going on. They've had like 6 or 7 years to get a lot of banks on their side, and they're really didn't. I mean, they just didn't. They have some, but it just wasn't particularly successful. It still just isn't. They're still trying and still not doing particularly well. I can see how many bag holders of XRP I had in the chat because we went from like 40 viewers to 35. So, good job in showing everybody how much bags you have. People just can't handle it, man. Link is taking off. Yeah, Link's taking off. VeChain, stuff like that. Doing pretty good. But Cardano, IOTA, XRP still have no real working product. XRP's working product is the fact that they're supposed to be linked up with banks and financial institutions, which they have just not done. Period. I mean, don't blame me, right? Don't blame me for saying the truth, for saying what is true. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I could say anything true, you know. And hey, the Earth revolves around the sun, and you could fully believe that the sun revolves around the Earth. But it's true. What I said was true. You can be pissed at it all you want, but it's not going to happen. Thoughts on Hex? Total scam. Total scam. Total scam to make Richard Hart richer. It's a total bullshit. Total scam. Total Ponzi scheme. Absolute useless. It's Bitcoin Hex. Do you mean Bitcoin Hex? Is that what you're talking about? Because Bitcoin Hex is an Ethereum token. Yeah, we're down to 33. So lots of XRP holders. Ooh, God, they're just so salty. See you guys. Bitcoin Hex. Yeah, total scam. Yeah, it's an Ethereum token called Bitcoin Hex that is meant for you to get if you have a lot of Bitcoin. And Richard Hart has a lot of Bitcoin, so he's going to get a lot of them. And then you're supposed to lock them up for years on end while they go up in price. I hold it, but I don't have high hopes. Yeah, Bitcoin Hex, absolutely a scam. Absolutely. There's no other way to look at it. It's just an Ethereum token that nobody's going to adopt. It's only going to have the transfer rate that Ethereum does and no more, right? So it's not fast. And it's just you're just going to get it by claiming your Bitcoin, which takes away your privacy because you have to claim Bitcoin, which is like anything. Thanks for the lemons, Cornick, ice creams and such. Thank you, man. And quite frankly, only going to have the speed that Ethereum does. And it's meant for people who have more money. It's supposed to be anti-whale, but it's totally for whales. I mean, if you have more Bitcoin, you get more Bitcoin Hex. So it's totally for whales. And yeah, it's just a scam. I mean, you might be able to claim it, get money, and then sell it. You know what I mean? You might be able to make money from it. I'm not saying you can't. I mean, just like you could make money from BitConnect. I mean, BitConnect was a total scam, but you could make money from it if you cashed out fast enough. You know, I'm just saying, like, you can make money off anything. You can make money off XRP. You can make money off Bitcoin Cash. You know what I mean? It's just like there are a few things that I don't particularly believe in, and I'm pretty vocal about those sort of things. So is Ethereum and Bitcoin the only two safe coins to invest in? I wouldn't say that. XRP boys got 11 just pooped in my Steam, so I thought I'd ask. Just popped in your stream. Yeah, I mean, I don't want XRP to do bad. I don't want it to do bad. Hex is not a scam. It's a game. It's a game with real people's money. It turns into, you're essentially stealing from somebody. Here, think about it this way, guys. Think about it this way. This is the absolute truth. Face the hard truth. Face the hard truth. Okay. So if you claim Bitcoin Hex because it was created by Richard Hart, who is going to have the majority of the Bitcoin Hex and is going to encourage you to hold on to it for a long time while he slowly sells it over time. Okay? That's the truth of it. The other truth of it is that when you claim it, nothing happens, right? I mean, you claim your Bitcoin Hex, you get your Bitcoin Hex, good for you, right? Who cares? However, the problem occurs when you become a thief, when you become a manipulator. And when that occurs, you guessed it, when you put it on an exchange and you sell it for somebody's Bitcoin. Let's say you put it on an exchange You set the price and somebody buys it. Well, they were a willing participant, don't get me wrong, but you just sold them nothing. Nothing. Something that was created from thin air that will never be mass adopted. It will never be mass adopted. Let me say that twice. Thin air, never be mass adopted. Let's go 3 times. Is an Ethereum token, only will be as fast as Ethereum token. So, I mean, not that fast, to be totally honest. Has no purpose other than to just hold and then later sell. No purpose whatsoever. So you just sold somebody nothing. Garbage. You sold them trash for their hard-earned Bitcoin, which is actually worth something, which is backed by electricity, hardware, people, time, knowledge, everything, backed by all that, security, hash rate, whatever you want to call it, for your Bitcoin hex. You get the max out by locking and then selling to somebody. That is crypto selling nothing. No, that is Bitcoin hex selling nothing. There are cryptos that, like proof of work cryptos, where you actually have to put in work, time, your time to set up all the hardware, money to buy all the hardware, electricity, which other people have to work for your electricity to run your miners. Then you have to sell it. So the Bitcoin is worth something. Bitcoin is backed by your time, your effort, your electricity, your hardware, the materials that went into making that hardware, everything. But Bitcoin Hex was created out of thin air because you claimed it on some website, because some rich guy who wants to get richer, who has more Bitcoin than you, who will claim more Bitcoin Hex than you, that he made, his own Bitcoin Hex that he made, and then will sell it to other people. No, it's a total scheme. Myself and I just hodl Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Yeah, that's good stuff. There are plenty of good cryptos aside from Ethereum and Bitcoin, for sure. Richard dropped the Bitcoin from the name. It's just Hex now. Yeah. Probably because everybody messed with him too hard, because it has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's an Ethereum token. It's not even SHA-256. It's an Ethereum token. It has nothing to do with Bitcoin. It's just, do you have this much Bitcoin? Yes. And then you get it. And then if Satoshi doesn't claim the Bitcoin Hex, that goes out too. So even Satoshi's pile will make Bitcoin Hex more useless nonsense to sell. So yeah, there are a lot. I'm not just saying Bitcoin Hex or Hex, whatever, is a scam. It's kind of a scheme, because there's a lot of cryptos that are spawned out of nothing, essentially. You know what I mean? I get it. There are a lot of cryptos that are spawned out of nothing, and just essentially created, but still have some kind of value, And we're still trying to work out what is value and what is a currency, and why do some cryptos have value and such like that. We as humans are still working that out, and still making smart contracts, and still evolving, and still making coin after coin. We need that. You know what I mean? We need these new coins. We need coin after coin after coin, so we can determine, because every time a coin is a failure, we determined why that was a failure, and we usually don't make that again. And whenever a coin was a success in some way, we know that it was a success, and we try to replicate that success. I mean, look at Bomb Token. It was a success for a little while. It went way up in price because people were all hyped about the deflation. And then came Nuke Token and Moab and Claymore and stuff like that. Claymore exit scammed, but so when we see one good thing, we make more of that good thing. And that's the way that humanity is, and we make a lot of trash too. And we start to see, hey, we made garbage, so we're aware of that. So we're going to make something different next time. And it's kind of the way she goes, It's just, but I just no, man. I'm sorry. You guys are free to claim your Bitcoin Hex, and you are free to sell your Bitcoin Hex. Or Hex. It used to be Bitcoin Hex. But you are free to claim your Hex. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. But if you ask my opinion of something, if somebody in chat asks my opinion of something, I'm going to give what my opinion is. And if I have no opinion of that, which happens all the time, somebody will be like, do you know blah, blah, blah coin? And I'm like, never even heard of it. I can't give you an opinion of it. I'll give you my opinion. Or I'll tell you that I have no opinion. So, I mean, We can. I don't mind having a debate about is a coin good, is a coin bad, but don't get upset if I don't like XRP because you like XRP. You know what I mean? Or don't get upset because I like this and you don't like that. XRP is the fastest, not quite. ERC 20 tokens are useless. No. I don't think that is a true statement. I don't think that would be a true statement. Can ERC 20 tokens be useless? Yes. Can ERC 20 tokens be useful? Yes. Are all ERC 20 tokens useless? No. You know what I mean? So it depends on how you word that. So I would say no to your question. ERC 20 tokens are useless? No. Depends on how you word it. It depends on the answer you get. Could you say are all ERC 20 tokens useless? I would say no. You know what I mean? Because some of them are useful. I think we've got a long way to go in terms of crypto evolution. You know what I mean? Yeah, and it's like we're making a lot of garbage. We are, as a people, we are making a lot of trash. I think there's a lot of greed that gets in the way too, and developers are like, we got to make a cryptocurrency and put it on an exchange so we can make all kinds of money, and we'll hodl 10% of it. You know what I mean? And then we'll distribute it. That is prevalent. That is rampant in the industry. And can you blame people? I don't think so. I don't like it, but can you blame people for doing that? No, definitely not. Everybody's going to take advantage of a new technology or a new sector where they can make money. You can't blame people. They're going to be like, hey, let's host an ICO and make a whole bunch of money for the company, and we'll have a coin, right? And you could be like, well, your company has nothing to do with a coin. You could make that company without a coin, right? But like, yeah, but if we make an ICO, we'll get like $12 million, right? And then what's the incentive to keep the company going? That's kind of a problem I had with ICOs, but you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that are like, hey, we can just make a coin, put it on an exchange, and then tell people about this coin, and it really doesn't do much. It's just an ERC20 token. I made Sotko coin. I mean, I made a coin. It's on the Ethereum blockchain. It's Sotko coin. It doesn't do anything. I can send it to you. You can send it to me. There is no features of it. It's just, you can just send it on the Ethereum network, right? And that's what a lot of coins are. Quite frankly, that's what a lot of coins are. They have absolutely no features whatsoever. And I just made it for fun and to make a video to show people that, hey, like, you can easily make your own coin, right? Like, if you just follow some steps or, some guides, you can easily make your own coin, right? It's not like something that's so far out of the realm of the regular Joe that you can't make your own coin. And that's what a lot of coins are, and people are like, well, just put it on an exchange. We'll tell people we'll sell it, So you can't blame them. And I think that greed gets in the way. And that greed gets in the way of humanity, period. Like we use so much oil, but we can make like a hydrogen powered car or something like that runs on water, like you probably could, right? But then all the people that mine oil won't make any money, you can make a cure to the common cold, maybe. But if you did that, well, Robitussin would just come along, the corporation, and and they'd buy the contract and they'd tear it up. They'd tear it into shreds and throw it through and set it on fire, right? Because then take all your Robitussin, your Vicks 44, take your cough drops, take your tissues and throw them in the trash. Don't show up at the pharmacy. Don't ever show up at the pharmacy again, because you don't have a common cold anymore. Right? You solved the major problem in the world, but you cost everybody a lot of jobs. All those researchers, all those workers at Robitussin factories and making cough drops, they're all out of a job. Nobody needs them anymore, right? And that's kind of the case with everything in this world. What if you cured cancer? What if you cured cancer today? What if you cured cancer right now? Well, you'd save a lot of lives. That'd be great. You would have saved the lives of my parents. That's for sure. I'd love it. At the same time, you'd cost all oncologists. They'd all be out of work. You wouldn't need them. No more tumors. No more tumors in the world. Nope. Tumors don't exist anymore. Tumors, malignant or, benign or malignant, they're gone, right? Oncologists out of work. All the radiation machines, you know what I mean? All that pharmaceutical radiation and stuff like that, all out of a job. All of them. Go home. Go home. We don't need you to make the medicine anymore. All your $1 million, your $1 million home, you better sell that real quick because you're out of a job. There's no company anymore. Bye-bye, CEO, right? So they have to keep that shit perpetuating. I don't mean to be too conspiratorial, but again, it's just the money gets in the way, and people are too worried about making their money and forking Bitcoin so that they can make some coin and make a bunch of money. Did Bitcoin Gold really think it was going to surpass Bitcoin? No, hell no. Like, why did they even make it? Why did they make Bitcoin Diamond? Why? Who knows? Why does half of this shit work? Nobody knows. Just half of them are probably just to make money. Like Thorcoin, $1,778 coin. Why? Just cause. I mean, cause it operates on the Ethereum platform. Thorcoin has a supply of 100,000 with 86,686 in circulation. What does it do? It doesn't even say. Who cares? It's a coin. Make money, right? So that's a problem in crypto, and I think there's a lot of things, like Bitcoin hex that kind of get in the way. That is just like, why is this a thing? Why is Bitcoin hex a thing? Just to make money? Just to sell it to another person? If that's the case, if it's just to sell it to another person, not even like, because you can say that about Bitcoin, like, oh, well, people are just selling it back and forth to each other. Well, that's not the idea of Bitcoin. It's supposed to be a currency, a store of value, this, that, or the other thing. There's a lot of uses of Bitcoin, right? But if you make a coin specifically just to claim it, so that you can hodl it for a long time, or just immediately sell it to another person, and that person's only option is to sell it to another person, that's a scam, that's a scheme, that's just a Ponzi scheme. That doesn't develop the world of cryptocurrency. So I'm sorry for those of you like defending hacks, Bitcoin hacks or whatever. Hey, go ahead and buy it and sell it to somebody. But just know that you sold somebody garbage. You truly sold somebody garbage, and they're going to have to sell that garbage to somebody else. It has no use case. It'll never be mass adopted. It has no chance. It doesn't have a chance. It's not the worst thing about it is that it's not intended to have a chance. At least with Bitcoin or Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash, even Bitcoin SV, its intent is to have a chance. Its intent is to be the world currency, or a secondary currency for people to use, right? That's its intent. Bitcoin hex and other coins like that have no intent other than to be sold to somebody so that you can get a real coin with real intentions, with real value, right? That is the problem I have with it. And you have to understand that from an existential level, from a human being level, is that there's a problem, with that. $5 billion tokens, sell one for $1, bam. You got $5 billion. Yeah. Crypto evolution. Like my honesty. Yeah, my honesty also kind of, sometimes hurts the channel too. It sometimes hurts the channel. It really does. Richard and I have already had a debate on Twitter once, and he blocked me after about 10 goes at each other. So he couldn't take the heat, and he blocked me. So I've already tried to debate Richard, and he forfeited the debate by blocking me first. So I'm not saying I won. I'm just kidding. But no, like I really debated Richard on Twitter, and then he just blocked me. So it didn't work so good. No, I'm down to have a conversation with anybody. I would talk to Craig Wright. I would talk to Roger Ver. I would talk to Richard Hart. You know what I mean? And I would like to have a debate with them. I just don't want it to get too hostile, but I also want to let them know at the same time what I think about certain things. Because I know, like, anytime that Roger Ver has an interview, he ends up flipping out. Richard Hart probably would. Craig Wright always does. So they're hotheads, and they're known for being hotheads. And I'm known for being very, very honest. And, I would try to respect them as people. Even like Roger Ver or Craig Wright, I would try to have a level of respect for those sort of thing. But it probably wouldn't go well in the end. It probably wouldn't, because even the guy that was like having a really good conversation with Roger Ver when he did the, gave everybody the finger, and when he was saying Bcash, and he's like, it's not Bcash. You say it one more time, the interview's over, and he's flipping out, So he can flip out by just, you know, if you say anything to him, to be totally honest, like Roger Ver, which fine, fair enough. But yeah, you know, that's the thing too. Another thing is that, yeah, honesty kind of has hurt my channel a bit. But I don't really care. I just keep on keeping on regardless. I really, I don't care so much. You know, like for example, like I didn't promote BitConnect, and those that did promote BitConnect, like Sunny Decree and Trevon James, you know, they have over 100,000 subscribers now. Those channels like Sunny Decree, Trevon James, they have over 100,000 subscribers, and they promoted that sort of thing. The people that promoted Genesis mining, Hashflare, like Trevon James, if you know, if you get what I'm saying here, you'll notice a pattern. You'll notice a pattern. Trevon James, Sunny Decree, various others that have promoted Genesis mining that cost people a lot of money. If you bought a Genesis mining, a lot of people on my channel bought a Genesis mining contract, not from me, but from others, you know, at some point, and they say, I'm not getting paid out. It cost me a lot of money. I'm not getting paid. I lost a lot of money on that deal. And I say, yeah, I know, because, you know, if the fees go too high and the price of Bitcoin is too low, you don't make any money. They keep your money and your Bitcoin. You know, that's why I don't promote that sort of thing. But if you notice, the people that promote scams like that, like Ponzi scams, like proof of weak hands, the first two iterations fell under and everybody lost their Ethereum. And then there's proof of weak hands 3. The people that promoted those things got a lot of subscribers. And the reason is, here's the reason why, is because if you are just a regular person, which you all are, I guess, I don't know why I said it like that, but say you're on YouTube and you're wondering what this BitConnect thing is, you're wondering what this Genesis mining thing is. You hear people making money. So you watch a video and you see a YouTuber like Crypto Nick, Trevon James, Sunny Decree, whatever, making a video on Genesis mining or BitConnect, and they show you, hey, look, I put in $100 and today I made $1, and they make a video the next day and they say, yeah, exactly. And they say, you know, oh, look, today I made $1.05, you know what I mean? And like, I'll, you know, and then all of a sudden you see these channels and they're making hundreds of dollars a day, or 50, 60, 100, you know, dollars a day. They're making a lot. That's because of all the referral links they got, right? And so people are, here's the thing, here's the bottom line. People are more interested in how they can make and lose money by watching Genesis mining and BitConnect, right? Because they're interested in investing and they want to see how much money you make over the course of a few days before they invest. And because they're watching a YouTuber, that YouTuber is getting more referral link signups. So you might think $1 a day on Genesis mining for $100, that's lame as hell, right? Or whatever. But the next day you see him, suddenly they're making $7 a day. Suddenly they're making $22 a day on Genesis mining. I want to make $22 a day for doing nothing, right? So do we all. The problem is that they're making that much money because of all the referral links. So it makes it look juicy to the viewer. So they subscribe, they keep watching, they keep watching BitConnect and then Hashflare, right? But on the other end of the spectrum, people are not interested in how they can save money. They are not. They are not interested in safety, security. They are not interested in how they can avoid a scam. So if I make a video saying don't mine, don't invest into BitConnect, do not invest into Genesis mining, right? And I show you all the reasons why, that will get some views. Some people are interested in why it could be a scam, but nobody is going to long-term subscribe. Not very many people are going to long-term subscribe because of that one video. Do you see what I mean? So the people that promoted very dangerous things in cryptocurrency ended up with better channels. Like Sunny Decree, he has like 100 and some thousand subscribers, 120, I think. Trevon James, well over 100,000 subscribers. Why? Why? Because they promoted these scams and these schemes back in the day where people were very, very interested in them, and they wanted to follow the channel to see how these schemes went before they invested. So by being honest on my channel, I cost myself a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, and a lot of money. right? If I had you guys sign up to my Genesis Mining referral link, which I never had a contract, or Hashflare, I would have made a lot of money. If I had you sign up to my BitConnect or to my Proof of Weak Hands referral link sign up, or to my Ponzi scheme, or to my crypto browser, right? I could have promoted the crypto browser. I made a video about that crypto browser plugin, and I said it was the most ridiculous Ponzi scheme I've ever seen, right? Because it is. It's not going to make you any money. I'm not going to make you, you're not going to make any money by having a crypto browser. I'm going to make the money, right? So I cost myself a lot by being an honest YouTuber. There is essentially no place on YouTube for an honest YouTuber. I have a reasonable following, and I appreciate all of you, of course, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep making videos. So don't get me wrong here. Don't take this the wrong way. But the people that I do have, great. They're the ones interested in the news. They're the ones interested in safely making money. They're the ones interested in safely investing and using cryptocurrency. And the ones that clearly the majority of people who are looking for get-rich-quick schemes with very high risk are the ones that go to other channels. And so when it was 2017, at the end of 2017, December and January and February, my channel was growing super fast. I was getting sometimes like 100 subscribers or 200 a day. Sometimes it was growing very, very fast. And I postulated, I extrapolated, if you will, that I would be at 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2018. And it turned out that I was wrong by about a margin of, I don't know, like 80,000. Because at the time when I was postulating that, I was at like 10,000, 12,000 subscribers. And I was like, well, this is going so fast that there's just no way that this will slow down. That at this rate, I'll be at 100,000. And I wanted 100,000 because I wanted that silver play button. I don't know why. You know what I mean? I'm sure it's just a piece of scrap metal that YouTube sends you, but I wanted that silver play button. Boom. Wanted that up there. Wanted that silver play button. I don't know why. It's just like, it's one of those incentives that you're like, you know, ooh, if I just pay $5 more, I get the big tiger. You know, I get the big stuffed animal. You know, like it's just some stupid incentive, you know. Buy the fully loaded Nissan Altima and get $20 cash back, or get a $50 gift certificate to Benihana's. Holy shit, I better get that fully loaded Altima. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of wanted that, but I don't think that's probably going to happen on my channel. But, oh well, you know, it's better to be honest. It's better to have a good conscience because, you know, it's people's money. It's really people's money that YouTubers are messing with. And, you know, it's good for entertainment. It's why I like to do the news. It's why I like to talk to people. But when you give people investment advice, or you make videos and you say, hey, follow this link, it better be a good link. You know, like a couple videos ago, I was like, hey, I got an EOS link to Coinbase Earn. 4 people signed up to it in like 15 minutes. Boom, they got $10 in EOS. I got my signups, my $40 in EOS signups. No big deal. Nobody lost anything. It wasn't like you invested into Genesis Mining or something like that. So, you know, there are certain things that I don't mind, but for the most part, I try not to mess with people's money. You know, and be like, hey, there's this new Ethereum contract where if you put in Ethereum at the start, you get more at the end. You know what I mean? Like a pyramid scheme. You better sign up to my referral link and get in quick and make a bunch of Ethereum. Because, like, who knows how that's going to go? Is the smart contract just going to go under? Is it poorly written? Is it going to get hacked? You know, how many people are going to lose money? Somebody's going to lose money. It's a pyramid scheme. Whoever invests last loses money. Somebody's going to lose money. That's how it works. Like, not everybody can make money. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not mathematically possible. So with those sort of things, you just gotta watch out. Yeah, Crypto Flower, she's a hard shill, dude. She's a hard shill. What was it she was doing the other day? I called her out for. I didn't mean to call her out specifically, but it was because of some scam that went down. Yeah, it went down real quick. What was that? I can't remember. It's something I had her in my video. I showed just her because it was some kind of. Oh, it was that smart contract I made a video on and called it a scam that she was promoting. Yeah, dude, Tron dApps everywhere. Holy crap, dude, she is the lord of shills. How to write a Tron smart contract. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. Earn $50 worth of stellar lumens with Coinbase Earn. Well, do you need to make a whole video about that? 4 minutes? Dude, like I put that link in my channel whenever I get Coinbase Earn just to help people out. It gets me $40, right? Because I did the $10. Because here's the thing, I do the Coinbase Earn, I get $10 in the coin, and then it says, hey, you can invite 4 people and get $40. Okay, next video I make or something like that, I will say, hey, here, there's a link in the description. Take it if you want. Earn $10, and then use the link yourself. To try and get more people to follow. Oh well, nobody gets hurt. But why do I need to make a whole video about that? Crypto Flower, earn $50 worth of stellar lumens. What? Do you really need to make a whole video about that? Really? Like you don't have enough. She's got like 400 or 500 views per video. It's not too bad, Like she could just be like, "Hey, there happens to be a link in the comments. Go ahead and take it. You earn yourself $10. Real easy questions. You know what I mean? Why not convert it into whatever crypto you want? It's Coinbase after all, so you can just hit the convert button and just turn it into Bitcoin or Ethereum or something." I don't know, man. Whatever you got to do for money, it's a weird world, and I don't mean to bash. When I first started my channel, a lot of my views came from bashing Crypto Nick and Trevon James and stuff like that. Video I made about Crypto Nick still has 100,000 views. Like it was huge. Like everybody loved that video. That was like the video that really put me on the mark. Aside from my like how to trade Bitcoin and Vertcoin videos and stuff like that, awesome miner, nice hash, like those how-to videos. People really like that, and I think it was the how-to videos that like people liked the most and sort of like rode the channel, in terms of views and subscribers. And there's not so many videos to make now about how-to. I think most people are better learned. Now they're better learned now. Like, they know how to mine crypto now. They know how to use nice hash or awesome miner. They know how to like go and, get Claymore miner to mine like a various crypto and stuff like that. People don't need as much help anymore like they did at the end of 2017. Like when I'd make a how to mine Vertcoin or how to mine this coin, they were huge. I like Crypto Candor. She's quite serious. Always delivers good content. Yeah, there's some great YouTubers. And I'm not saying like, a YouTuber that does shill, like what I was just talking about. I'm not saying they're bad. You know what I mean? Maybe they have really great channels. I'm always willing to talk to another YouTuber. I'm always willing to, do a podcast or like an interview with other YouTubers or like bring them on. Like I invited Goose Tech to come on to the Discord today, but unfortunately he told me he had to he was going to a friend's house for a few hours, so he isn't gonna make it. I like Goose. I always like to have Goose on. Yeah. So I'm not saying there's like I'm what I mean, like there's a lot of great YouTubers and stuff. So I'm not trying to bash other YouTubers, and it's just what I'm just saying is like it's not a bad thing to like do a promotion. Like if there's a coin and the coin is like, hey, like we'll pay you a couple hundred coins if you make a video review of our coin. Tell us what's good about it, tell us what's bad about it. See, like put a link to our miner if you want, to try and get people to mine it or something. That's not bad, right? That's not bad. But as a crypto YouTuber, you got to watch. I mean, I think you have a level of responsibility. You have a level of power as a crypto YouTuber. Me, not so much. I mean, I'm a pretty small YouTuber, right? So don't get me wrong. Like, I don't think I'm hot shit. It's just some of them do. Some of them truly do have a lot of power. Like I think it was like Voscoin got paid, like 1.4 Bitcoin basically broke the bank of Zcash for a little while, and to make a video on it. And like, that was so egregious, like 1.4 Bitcoin, you know what I mean? And then when he makes a video, if he tells somebody to mine this coin or that coin or buy into this coin or that coin, I'm not saying Vosk is a bad guy. I kind of like his channel. He seems like a really good guy. But like people like that have the power to influence people. And like Chico Crypto makes a video about Pascal Coin. Pascal Coin, and he was paid like, it says in the description, at least he's honest about it, he was paid like $3,200 or $3,800 worth of Pascal Coin. to make a video about it. And like, look at Pascal coin. Why would anybody buy this coin? You know what I mean? Why would anybody need to buy in this coin? This is where he made the it was like a couple months ago or something. See, this is where he made the video, I think, I'm pretty sure. And so it was just bombing in price, 17 cents. Then it pumped up to 24 cents, where he probably sold all of his Pascal coin, the $3,800 in Pascal coin that he was given, and then boom, down to nothing again. So anybody that bought in because they're like, oh man, Crypto Chico Crypto made a video about Pascal coin. You know, you gotta watch what you make. You can't make a video about a coin that's 2 years old, that's been on the decline for a year and a half. This coin has been declining for a long time. This is a year on decline. It kind of went up for a little while and then declined again. You know, that's not going to save this coin. That's just going to get somebody to accidentally buy into this coin real quick. And then, oh, I bought in at 22 cents or 23 cents and now it's worth 14. I guess I got to sell and lose some of my money, or wait 6 months for it to like maybe pump. So you just got to watch what you, I don't know. There's a level of integrity you got to have. That Claymore mining software guy probably made $100 million. Yeah, probably. I was just giving an example. But I think that's just about it for me, guys. I appreciate you all coming. I appreciate the donations. I know Cornet gave me a lot of lemons and such like that. I appreciate that on DLive. And nobody said anything on Twitch the entire time. Ninjacoin.org hosted me on Twitch, but literally nobody said anything on Twitch the entire time. Very weird. But yeah, I'm on DLive and Twitch as well, guys. So if you guys happen to have one of those, sometimes I play games exclusively on DLive or Twitch and not on YouTube, because like when I play games on YouTube, a lot of people seem to unsubscribe from the video because they don't appreciate the gaming. They would just rather have crypto content on YouTube. Although sometimes I do stream on YouTube as well with games. So if you do see me, you know, you can still stop in. But that's all I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys coming. Thanks, Coiner, for the MT. For the, I think a $10 super chat earlier. I'm pretty sure that was the only one for the particular episode here. But I appreciate that. And thank you, Cornick, for the lemons and such. But that's gonna do it for me, guys. This video is gonna be on my YouTube. Normally I delete them, but this video was gonna stay. So you have something in the chat. Krager, thanks, 1994, man. I appreciate that, dude. No, I'm just kidding, man. No, yeah, you are the first one to chat in Twitch. Twitch is not my forte. It used to be. I used to be a big gaming YouTuber. Well, not big, but I used to be a gaming YouTuber, and I used to be a staff member. I used to be an esports caster. And so a lot of people would come in and watch my casts and watch me play like very rare, obscure games. So I actually used to be somewhat popular on Twitch, and then I started doing crypto, and then I didn't stream on Twitch for a very long time, and it just sort of died. So it's hard to say. Now you have something in Twitch chat. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, dude. That's funny, man. Hey, Coiner, $5, man. Thank you, dude. Nice chat, guys. Like I said, I do want to bring people into my Discord. I do want to bring people into the Discord. So stick tight, guys, for just a second in the chat. Let me get you a Discord link. And I think the next time I live stream, I will be in the crypto chat. Or I'll be in the Discord live chat, like the audio, and I will bring somebody in once in a while, and we can have a chat about something if you have anything specific to chat about. So let me get you the link to the Discord that I hang out in, and you can find Goose Tech sometimes in this Discord, and Platypus and stuff like that. A lot of my friends, a lot of my gaming friends, and other crypto friends. I have to find. Here we go. Oh, I don't care about Robinhood. Thank you for the ad, though. But here you guys go. If you have Discord, head on in. Invite yourself on into the Discord. And next time, I might bring some people into the audio chat, and we can actually have just like a conversation about whatever. But thank you, guys. I'll see you next time, and more videos to come. This one will be on the channel probably for quite a while. But thanks for all showing up. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the conversation. You really cured my boredom. Thanks, Corner, for the donations and such. I appreciate you, dude.